So, for some additional context, on Friday, July 15th of 2022, a 24-year-old woman by the name of Sierra Hibbert, who was a Georgia woman, was allegedly driving very recklessly in her SUV on a GA Highway 42 coming into town. So the person who called the police said that the vehicle was driving into the other lane of traffic and was about to hit the oncoming traffic. And when the vehicle got the intersection of Highway 42 and 49, the witnesses blocked the vehicle in, so some vigilantes blocked her in. And when the cops finally came, let's see what happens.
Get out! Tires are flat! Move!
So this absolute lunatic rams the police car instead of sitting there and talking to the police and reducing her sentence. She decides it's a good idea to ram the police car and injure the guy in the blue. Not actually, he wasn't actually like seriously injured or anything, but you can clearly see that he's hurt. You can see that he's hobbling after that. First time, he was hit in the back. Second time, they might have ran over his foot. But I forgot to mention at the start of the video, this woman has a child in her back seat. She's not even driving alone. She has a literal toddler in her back seat. We're not talking about like a teenager or an adolescent here. We're talking about a literal child. Now, it wasn't stated if it was her child or not, but I would assume it is. I hope, this child was okay. There were no serious injuries again, and I'm pretty sure the child came out unscathed. But this woman is clearly a lunatic. And let's see what happens when the cops finally trap her. So at this point, she's basically surrounded. Her tire is actually flat. She has a flat tire at this point. One of the cops actually flattened her tires to stop her from escaping. That clearly didn't work, because this car is apparently just a trooper. This car, you just cannot stop it. Doesn't matter how much it smokes. You will see later that this car goes through some tough shit and still ends up being able to move, despite having a completely flat tire, a completely dead tire. This car is still going, and she is still trying to ram the cops and get them out of the way so she can escape. And she later claims that she didn't do any of this. So later, she tries to sort of like Men in Black neuralize the cops by pretending like she never did any of this at all. So let's see how she tries to escape from this situation.
You stay here? Yeah. She's not gonna make it far.
So once again, she tries to ram the cops, even though she had basically zero chance of escaping. You can see there one of the sheriffs was trying to basically break down her window, brute force his way in, because this is not the kind of person who was ever going to cooperate on anything. It wasn't stated in the case if she was on drugs or if she was, drinking a lot of alcohol, if she was drunk, but I would assume she's one of the two, because this is not someone who is sane. Like, someone like this should not even be out in public. So I would assume she's on some sort of drugs. It wasn't stated in the description. And once again, there is a child in this back seat. And you can see how much smoke there is. The amount of smoke is just crazy. Like, I was half expecting this shit to start blowing like the Cybertruck with this amount of smoke. But that car, with a flat tire, somehow escapes once again.
Go!
So the poor car, who is somehow still driving, manages to speed off, but, as you can imagine, doesn't get very far. They eventually catch up to her again, not too far later, and let's see what happens.
Didn't want to do that.
So she tried speeding up again, doesn't get very far, once again, the cops surround her, and this time, the cops and a lot of the witnesses you can see on the right, they are now just basically breaking down her window, just to get her out. Because this woman is absolutely insane, and that child is in grave danger. I don't know what she was doing with that child, but honestly, the best case scenario here is them saving the child and never letting this woman go out in public ever again.
I got in the park. Give me some help over here. I got you.
Sir.
Ma'am. We got it.
I know I'm buckled, sir. I know I'm buckled, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it, sir.
You just tried to kill 10 people.
No, I did not, sir.
I did not do anything. So they eventually pull her out, and she just keeps saying over and over again, like a malfunctioning NPC, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. No, I didn't do that. No, you're getting the wrong person. I'm not sure if she has like a Men in Black neuralizer, but that's clearly what she was trying to do here. I don't know what kind of drugs are in her system here, but man, I want some.
Alex, switch back to me.
Sir, stop. Sir, I didn't do it. Stop. You have... No. Why have you done... Stop. Stop. I didn't...
So I'm not gonna play the rest of this. It's basically just her saying over and over again that she didn't do it, she didn't do it. The other half of this video is just the cop's perspective, it's the cop's body cam. This is the dash cam footage, but later on we can see the cop's perspective. She just says over and over again that she didn't do it, she didn't do it, she's innocent, she didn't do anything wrong, and she was later charged with 6 counts of aggravated assault, deservedly so, and also possibly child kidnapping. I don't know what she was doing with that kid, but I imagine it couldn't have been good. So, I'm not sure about the verdict of the trial, I'm not sure about the sentencing, but I am definitely hoping that this woman is not allowed in public ever again. Maybe at least 10 years in jail for trying to kill people, possibly more, but at the very least, she won't ever be operating a vehicle anytime soon. So it was a happy ending. No one got seriously injured, and they caught the lunatic. So anyways, that's all I got for today, guys.